It is freaking Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. But how's it going today, guys? Just a quick little episode I want to do. It's about 6:09. I got to go into training in a little bit. I got to go, got to get ready. So this is going to be a quick little episode that I want to just touch on a few things that I feel like are very important, especially in these times where, we got the elections going on, or at least the other elections, primary ones, but I feel there's some important things to talk about. I feel, especially with politics, I'm not a politician. I am not a politician at all, but if there's one thing I know is that I've been, especially over the last few years, I've actually noticed some of y'all put too much fucking attention to that shit, dude. Like, serio. Like, really, like, you have a dislike for people because they go for a certain candidate. That shouldn't fucking matter who they go for. They have their certain reasons. Maybe, yeah, that candidate can be like fucking crap. But let's be honest. It's really not going to matter. There's no reason to hold hatred for a Trump supporter, or there's no reason to dislike or hate a Bernie supporter or a Biden supporter. It's kind of ridiculous, guys, especially in this day and age. Really, that's what we've come to terms. Like, literally, that's how much the divide is. You guys don't even know it, especially because you guys don't see it. You guys want people to see your point of view. And I'm going to touch this on all aspects, especially when it comes to point of view, because we all want to see our point of view. We want our view to be the more superior to that other person's, or to that Trump supporter, or we want to be some more superior in general. Let's be honest. That's not how we should be trying to live our life, seeing who's right, who's wrong. It should be about learning about one from the other. I believe not one person can get their way, and especially when it comes to politics, in my point of view, I don't think I would like an all Democrat or liberal ran government, because I believe there's some things that conservatives have that should be invoked, not just one side. But that comes into life in general, whereas we want people to always get used to either us or don't talk to me at all, or you're either going to do this for me. If you can't do this for me, you know what? I don't think I can be friends with you. If you can't see this my way, I don't want to do it. That's that. I'm going to be honest. I ain't that type of person. And especially for me, that I see around when it comes to politics, when it comes from the left to the right, it's getting too damn crazy. Like, can't you guys meet in the middle? Like, it's seriously that hard to put your guys' pride aside? Before you go judge that voted, go talk to him. You can probably find out he's a really nice guy. Or go talk to the hardcore liberal. You'll find out, you know what? He ain't really that bad. He's just a regular human. These are his beliefs and these are mine. You can come in the middle. But too many people get too fucking attached to that shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. At one point, I was really attached to politics. Beyond belief. I was one of those that was on Facebook, Instagram, saying my spew. And then as time passed by, I realized, what the fuck does that have to do with me right now, man? I gotta make sure I'm good before I start worrying about that. We all want things to change, but I believe you gotta change yourself. Like, worry about yourself first before you start diving into politics, before you really start criticizing others. That was me. I criticized a lot of people, multiple, especially online. That was my fucking weakness. Now looking back to it, I'm like, man, I was a fucking idiot, dude. Like, seriously. And then especially nowadays, you got people, because if you have a friend who voted for this person or goes for this person, you no longer want to be friends. You want to cut it off. Like, really? We are fucking adults. You know how childish that sounds? Because you voted for that person, I no longer want to associate with you. That's freaking ridiculous. And the one that's more even ridiculous, when you want to wish death upon somebody. I'm going to say this. I may not like Trump. I got my own reasons for it. I'm not going to wish death upon him or say that I wish someone assassinates him. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, seriously. If you're already condemning him to death, all right, let's look back at some other people that have been put to death, and let's do the comparisons. Has he done as anything as bad as that? Let's go to maybe Charles Manson. I don't know if he got put to death. I need to look that up. I just recently watched the Netflix special with Gabriel Fernandez, I think, or is it Hernandez, one or the other. That guy got sentenced to death, which he should, But at the same time, I feel like he should be in prison where another torture, where he will be tortured, in my belief. But that's nor here nor there. You're telling me Trump deserves death as the same as equal to that guy? To be honest, no. Yeah, he has his views, but those are his views. He's just saying what he thinks and what people want to hear. Real thing is, I feel it's the voters who politicians try to appeal with. It's that simple. If people go for what they want to hear, not what they want to see. But I don't want to talk about politics. I'm trying to say how that goes into life specifically. When you want the world to acclimate to your needs and wants, I'm sorry to say this, that's not how the world works. Don't expect the world to get used to you. Don't expect others to get used to you unless you do the same effort for somebody. If you like somebody and you're like, oh man, this guy's actually cool, but I don't like this. Are you gonna stop hanging out with him? Or are you gonna get used to him? Or be like, you know what? He's actually really nice. It's just one thing I don't like about, but you know what? I can put that aside. I can get used to that because in general, I can see he is an amazing human being. And that also in turn has to do with the people you have around you. Because if you only hang around with people with your view, that can tell me one or two things or a few other things. But in my view, if you only hang out with people that have your view, that means you only want people who agree with you, who tell you what you want to hear rather than what you need to hear. I'm going to tell you this. I don't need so many people just to tell me what I want to hear. I need those people that are going to be frank with me. They're going to fucking tell me the ugliest truth, no matter if it hurts my fucking feelings. If you tell me the ugliest truth, what really is, and you let me know, like, hey, let's say if someone you like, and they're like, yo, I really don't like you this way, I just want to be friends. If that's cool, that's being honest. But when you sugarcoat, or when you tell them what they want to hear, it's like, oh, it's this. I can really see myself just not now, or maybe because of this, it can't. Then I'm sorry. That's kind of fucked up. I'm the type of person that, you gotta be hard on me in order for me to learn. Because when someone gives me some real shit, I'm gonna be honest. I may disagree with them at that point, or I stay silent, but it's because I'm putting it through filters. I'm putting it through filters in my mind where I'm saying, okay, is this true? I'm seeing myself through a third person rather than a first person view. I'm seeing myself in third person to see if what they're saying is accurate. Does it have truth behind it? Because if it has truth, then that's what I need. Be hard on me. Be frank with me. Fucking tell me the ugliest truth. Tell me fucking the ugliest thing, but let me know that it's fucking real. Because at that moment, I have more love for you. You're gonna be a person that I'm gonna want around my life for days to come. Because I know if I go with you for advice and I tell you a situation, you're not afraid to tell me if I'm fucking wrong. And I feel nowadays, people just want people that are either going to agree with them, even though they're wrong. Everybody has their own liking, but to me, I feel that's a negative because you're not surrounding yourself with people that are actually going to help you in your life and make you realize where it's in reality is like, oh, that's actually your fault. You can't put nobody else's blame because personally me, I'm going to tell you the type of person I am. The type of person I am is I'm very hard on myself. And when I mean I'm very hard on myself, if I'm depressed or if I notice I've changed with somebody and they haven't done anything to me and it's for some another reason where it's like I'm putting whatever's happening at work or at home, I'm taking it out on them, I will literally filter and be like, okay, how am I action? What am I doing? And then I'll realize, fuck, I fucked up. That's not fucking me. Like, they have not done nothing to me. Maybe they were trying to talk to me to see how my day was going and I just completely blew up on them. Or maybe it's just multiple things. I'm hard on myself, where I discipline myself a lot. Like, when I mean a lot, like, if I'm depressed, I literally tell myself, stop being a fucking bitch, get the fuck up and go get to work, because no one's gonna do it for you. You know, I can get depressed because of work, because I'm also fat. Growing up, I was always a chunky guy, and that growing up, I'm not gonna lie, that really kind of did to my self-esteem and also got me down. But at the same time, as I got older, I noticed the harder I became myself, the better it did for me. And a lot of my close friends also say, don't be so hard on yourself. But the thing is, I have to be hard on myself, because no one's going to do it. You know, a lot of my friends want to tell me, like, try to get me better. And I love that. I love they're doing that. But I need that one that's going to fucking tell me, like, dude, stop being a bitch, get to work. Like, I look at my life. Yeah, it's not where where I want it to be. But I know in due time, I'm going to get it where I want it to be. I'm going to be where I want to be. But I need that in my life. That's so hard on myself. That's why in some of my videos you'll see where I call myself a bitch, or I'm like, dude, I need to get up, get to fucking work. Because if I reflect on my life and I reflect on others' life, my life ain't so bad. I'm in certain situations that I fucking hate, yeah. But guess what? I put myself there. Nobody put me in those situations other than myself. If I would have done things right since fucking high school, who knows? I'll probably be in LA right now. Maybe I'd be at a fucking at Harvard, Yale, or at a fucking prestigious school. Who knows? I'd still be continuing. I'm still gonna continue my school. I plan to go back hopefully this fall, if everything goes my way. And I already got it planned. I just need the right things to happen. But that's my fault. No one did my decisions for me. Yeah, I moved from Oregon to California. Yeah, that wasn't necessarily my choice. That's the hand life gave me. Big fucking whoop. I gotta fucking deal with it. I'm find a way around it. That's the way I am. That's how hard I am on myself. Where everything where I am at right now, if I'm not happy, that's my fucking fault. Because it's up to me to get myself out of that hole, to get myself in better situations. If I go out party every fucking weekend and then I end up in the hospital and I wonder why the fuck am I here, and I start to get sad, well, guess what? I did that to myself. That's how I think. Everything is my fault. I don't like putting blame on nobody else, because it is my fault. I can't control what happens to me. I can control my reaction. That is what I control. That is literally what I control. So if I can't control my own reactions and it takes me down a deeper hole, I have to learn how to reflect on certain things where I can control my reaction. Where I remember this one time at work not too long ago, I almost got in a fight with this one guy, but he was literally in my face, like literally an inch, 2 inches away, and I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to fuck him up so bad. I just wanted to beat the fuck out of him, and this is at work. But I'm a calm person. I'm gonna tell you this, I'm very calm, because everything has a fucking consequence. I gotta be able to live with certain consequences if something happens. So if I would have put hands on him, let's say if I would have picked his ass up and just slammed him and then just fucking done a few punches and knocked him out or whatever, I probably ain't working there. I probably would have gotten fired. Next, that's another struggle. My thing is, I've learned to control my reactions, my emotions. Well, at least, when I hit that depressive state, I wasn't even control my emotions. I let my emotions get the best of me. But one thing I've learned, that in any situations, you have to learn how to control your emotions, because your emotions can either get you into a lot of trouble, or they can be your best friend. But you have to control it. If you base anything on emotion, that shit's gonna send you down a wrong fucking path quick. I believe it was I think it was Bruce Lee who had a saying about emotions. I'm trying to remember it, but it went something like this. It went, if you don't control your emotions, or if you don't have control of your emotions, then your enemy can use them against you. Having said where, a lot of people, they get into a worse place because of their emotions. You know, a lot of people just, as soon as they're enraged, they don't think, they start acting. You always got to think. You got to be controlling every aspect. When you're really happy, you got to be in control. When you're really fucking angry, you still got to remain in control. Because if you let that out and you're not controlling it no more, that can send you down a dark fucking path. I mean, just look at everybody who has like either an assault charge, a battery charge. A lot of them, that's all emotion. All freaking emotion. Look when, I'm gonna name drop on this one. Conor McGregor. If you look at that video where that old man declines his drink, the old man doesn't want the drink. It's his right. If he doesn't want to drink that fool's liquor, then you don't have to fucking drink it. But what happens? Conor throws a punch. Why? He's not in control of his emotions. At that moment, he's already angry. His emotions have the best of him. And that's why, for me, I feel like why I've been able to control my emotions, so have at least pretty good control over my emotions, is I've learned how to control it. And by learn is like, in every situation, if I'm gonna get mad, I just keep it to myself and just think. If I'm, because I one time saw, what was this? I think it was a study done. I think it was about like 3 years ago. I forgot who did it, but they said where every time you fail to react on an emotion, anger or anything, you rewire your brain to be more compassionate. And I feel that is true in certain aspects, especially in certain people, because there's some people who just don't know how to control their emotions. And at least for me, when that day that happened, I was angry because I wanted to kick his ass, no lie. But had I probably wouldn't even have started this podcast or anything, because I probably wouldn't have that second income for a while. Maybe, who knows? Only God in the world knows what would happen if I would have based my reaction on that emotion. And I feel that I feel and I believe that if we can all control our emotions, be more compassionate, and think things through, a lot of people wouldn't be in the positions they are. I mean, for me, I hate when people complain. Don't complain to me. Like, seriously. Like, I just let, and the reason I say that is, you guys have heard me in this episode talk about how hard I am on myself on certain aspects, what I consider myself and how I should be acting and what I should be doing. I'm hard on myself. I know there's certain things I put it through filter, and I tell myself, motherfucker, that ain't you. Fucking change that shit. Or what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? And then I'll apologize, because if I mistreat somebody that I care for or like this, I have to apologize, because my conscience is not gonna let me go past it unless I do, because I have to realize I was in the wrong. You must always realize when you're in the wrong. You have to put filters. That's what I call it for me. Put filters. Filter yourself through and see if you are in the wrong or in the right. See yourself in a third person rather than a first person. That's just me, though. But going back on that, is that just people, I feel, when they complain to me, I get angry because I just want to tell them, you put yourself here. No one put you here. You did all your decisions. You did all of them. Nobody did it for you. You decided to go to that party. You decided to get with this girl or get with this guy. And next, maybe, how can I say without being a dick? Because I know a lot of people, but you get with this person, and next, it doesn't become what it is. You did that. No one put you through that. And for me, when I'm hard on myself, I know I haven't had a hard life. It's been a good life. It hasn't been a great life, but it's been a fucking good one, because I've had so many opportunities, especially being here in the U.S. People in the United States don't know how lucky they are by the opportunities that await for them, but they want it to come to their door. I'm sorry, that shit don't happen that way. That shit don't happen that way. I got a lot of family in Mexico, and I see on not only online but all these reports in different countries of the shit that some people don't have. I mean, go to Papua New Guinea, a country that's older than the U.S. that doesn't have not even half of what we have. Those people don't have half of what we got. But people here don't know how good we have it. Why? Because they're sitting here complaining rather than going out and getting to work and earning for what they got. So many opportunities, but nobody wants to take them. Everybody's taking for granted. I feel like the more you have at your disposal, the more you want to fucking complain because you think the world owes you something. You think somebody owes you. I'm going to tell you this. In my point of view, I don't deserve anything. Fuck, I've been fucking lucky for the shit that I've deserved, that I have right now. Because in reality, to life doesn't give a damn what you go through. Life is only going to look at how hard are you working for what you want. Again, that's my point of view. You guys, if you guys don't see it my way, that's fine. But just understand that's how I see it. Life doesn't give a damn about me. Just because I go through something, you think life is going to be like, oh, I'm going to throw you a bone. Here's 10 G's or here's $1 million. No. Life is only going to look how hard are you working. It's like the saying goes, I didn't get lucky. The harder I worked, the luckier I got. You got to work for this shit. Seriously, work for what you got. Don't be complaining to life, to God, to this. Because life and God has already given us the most expensive thing of all. That is life itself. You can't buy life. I cannot buy myself a second life, a third life, or a fourth life. They've already given it to me. And that's one thing I learned. I learned how to just be grateful for every situation I'm in. If it's a bad one or a good one, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for every morning that I wake up because that's another day I have a chance to accomplish what I want, you know? And because of my mentality, it's like, okay, there's certain things I got to do, certain things I have to wait for, certain things I don't have to wait for. Look at this podcast. I was going to wait until we moved into the new place so I can set up the office, but why am I going to wait when I have a perfectly good room? I can make a little small setup, and right now I'm just sitting down in my bed. Like, it's like almost like that simple. You go for it now or you go for it later. Certain things you have to wait for. You know, I can't pick an apple or a tomato 10 days after I plant it. I have to wait for that. I feel the same concept is in life. There's some things you have to wait for. You have to wait for in order to go for it or get it. Other things, it's as simple as just start putting in the work and get it. Start putting it now, and then you'll get what you want. But I feel a lot of people don't understand that. Like, stop getting angry if there's a long line at the bank. Stop getting angry if there's traffic. Maybe you should have left an hour earlier. You know, maybe you should have paid that bill a week ago when you had the money and there was no line or there was no traffic. You know, you were in control most part of your life. You're in control of it. The most part. You are in control. If something happens at the hospital where you can't be seen for another 6 hours, and you know what? That's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. I'm sorry. Do you think someone should have compassion for you? You think life should have compassion for you? I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of kids who don't even see 26, 19, 15, 10, 5, even 3, 2, even 1 year. There's a lot of people who don't see that. And you want to sit there and complain like if somebody owes you something. I'm sorry, man. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody does. Life doesn't owe you anything. Life is only going to give you what you worked for. If you didn't work for shit, you ain't going to get shit. You ain't going to be shit. It's that simple. But especially nowadays, I think a lot of people forget that in this life, it's not only hard work. It's not always just hard work, physical hard work. Oh, hard work. No, you got to have some brain too. You know, one of my favorite sayings is work smarter, not harder. Working hard doesn't always get, you know, unless you already have your thing, then yeah, work hard at that because you know it's gonna go. But I can't expect to be freaking a millionaire if my hard work is always just doing that same thing without learning something new, or without finding a way to do it better, with it not being mine. If it's somebody else's and I'm working twice as hard for them, it doesn't does that guarantee me $1 million? No. I always say it's about 60% hard work, 40% imagination. Imagination, creativity, and everything, because everything, I mean, when I mean creativity and imagination and all that, I mean, look at Jeff Bezos. He created literally Amazon. He created Amazon, guys. Literally, he created Amazon at the age of 30. Ended up being good at the age by like 34. He was already a millionaire. But you know what? It's his imagination. He had something in his mind that wasn't created yet. He created it. He stuck with it, and boom. I think that's worth more than like 100 billion more. I think he's worth more than 100 billion. I think he's 120, 130. I don't know the exact number. I'm speaking out of my ass on that one, but that's what it entails. I feel like in my view, it is. You know, I'm not. And also, guys, don't think my view is also the best view, because kind of do so. I'm not the best view, but in my life, one thing I do know is don't complain, because whatever it is, you put yourself through it. You literally did all the decisions yourself. No one did it for you. Yeah, I know sometimes things happen, but you have to ask yourself this. Sometimes life wants you to go through something because it wants you to learn something. There's something for you to learn. That is why it puts you in that situation. Or maybe it put you to that situation because it allowed you to do the decision to put you in that situation. You know, for me, life is complex. I don't believe that life is simple. How you see a lot of these signs: laugh, love, and whatever the fuck that other one is. You always see, oh, life is simple. Yeah, do what you want, do this. No, I'm sorry. Life ain't simple for me, man. Life is as complicated as science, physics, and everything above, because in life, there's always contradictory. There's nothing called an absolute. Nothing is